And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Untold
Hello.
Stories of Universe 7. We are here with the crew. minus one person today. I'll get into that later. Within that will come up in the story. But
Oh,
we are back again.
guess who's back?
And we are doing our very first live on YouTube as well.
Well,
So,
first on the new channel.
first on the new channel, on the YouTube. So, if you would like to smash the subscribe button and hit the video with a like, and yes, so we are back with the Chronicles of Universe 7. We've been away for a while. We
No. Don't even put me into that category.
No,
I
we've all
me.
been. I'm not putting anybody in that category. We've all been a bit.
just because you wanted
with
2
it.
days trying to get a sponge bath in A&E and fucking this dickhead wanted to fucking do extra shifts for no fucking apparent reason. Yeah. Did you see what he did to us, Nick? Did you just see what he did to us? He stuck us in their category.
No,
That's what he just did.
right. But
That's
as
the
I was
reason.
saying, as we're getting in, we will switch over to the map. Let me just get these fixed out here.
Fix you.
Get the game log up. And
I take my great axe and slash Janison off.
and oh wait no, I'm on the wrong fucking thing. Here we go. That's what I was.
I tear him a new orifice.
So
What are you gonna do with that orifice?
Clown, do you want to give a recap then?
A
Before
recap?
Before we get into the actual story.
Would you like the recap word for word on the whole session, or would you just like me to skip a few bits?
Give us a brief recap of what happened in the last story.
So, as
Word for word.
anyone is well aware, we are in some form of cave system at the minute. We've been fighting through rooms, managed to find the shitter. I stepped in shit. Chronic. Janice was nearly eaten as well. That was fucked up. But Dirk didn't give a shit about that. Dirk carried on going. He was like, "Fuck him." But I went and saved him, and then I tried to tell them not to tell Dirk because we're all gonna have a strike against our name. And this dickhead went and opened his mouth anyway. So.
Well, if I didn't, you would have found out, and then we would have had 2 strikes. One for not telling them, and one for lying.
Liars never prosper.
Managed to find our way through quite a few rooms and twists and turns, but we've managed to, by the end of the last session, not only defeat everything in front of us, bar our moment when our DM decided to fireball us in a 5x5 room. Just so he didn't feel like he was getting away with that. No, that's in the recap.
Fireball happened.
But we did manage to find a nice little safe room where we've bunkered down for the night, where everyone can sleep, and me and Dirk are able to take turns at sentry. So that is where we are. We are at part 2 of what I have called the caves.
Oh, I mean, you say take turns at sentry. My turn never ends. You're just there.
I liked it better when you were my master.
I'm stuck in a cave with a metal man and an alien.
But yes, dear, that is where we got to in the last section.
As the party, wait, no, actually, that's.
I was half expecting you when he said last session to read off the last episode of the arc.
That's why I asked him, does he want long or short version?
So yeah, the party through that dungeon, through the last couple of turns in that way the party was split. Dirk was alone for a while, and yes, Janice, Joku, and Sojo were well. Janice was almost eaten, and Sojo and Joku saved them. Which brings us to the story and why we are now only down to 3 players. Unfortunately, Mumble, who was playing Sojo, has dropped out, and yeah,
Welcome to come back at any time.
Yeah, he is welcome back.
So everyone knows.
He's for the moment, as I'm just about to do, jump into the story. Sojo will be somewhere within the world, but we'll start. So as you come to find yourselves, what you Joku, yourself Joku, Janice, and you've all finally met up. He's explained to Dirk what had almost happened, and then you set up a campsite. During that, Janice sets up his bed and offers everybody a drink of the last of his whiskey, and they accept. No one really accepts, so he just sits, drinks himself into a drunken sleep. As Joker, as you're meditating, and Dirk, you're getting yourself into a decent position to station yourself. You start to hear a slight beep. It's like a tone coming from somewhere, and you, Dirk, you can't, as you know yourself, you can't really, you can't really move at the moment. Joku, you've it's starting to disturb your meditation, and so you start to look around to see what's thinking, and you see kind of wandering away from the group, Sojo, on his bracelet, and he's looking, and he doesn't know. He doesn't know if anybody has seen. You hear some words like murmuring and like some quiet whispers. You can't quite make it out what is being said. And next thing you know, Sojo just drifts away. It stays there in your mind, and you, Dirk, at that moment within your sense, you feel you see one of the blips just for your sight as well. But you knowing yourself that there's no real point in trying to do anything at the moment. You keep yourself in your sentry, making sure that there's no bigger threat. Joker, at that, what do you want to do?
So does he leave the room, or does he just teleport out of the room after I just hear this little mumbling and him reply back to it?
You don't know. What you see, you think, you don't know if he's still in the room. You don't know if he's just went invisible.
So he has literally just. He was there 1 second, gone. Then okay. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know how visually it looked to me.
You see him. pretty much like think of it like see.
Okay, so I stand up and I'm gonna walk over to where I last saw Sojo and realise that he's actually not in the room anymore.
You walk over to where he was. You walk over to where Sojo was last situated.
I saw him walk over to take his.
You feel like you walk over and you start feeling a bit. You see thinking that he's invisible, but you don't feel you don't even see,
I tried to.
don't even sense.
I tried to sense. I even tried to sense for his key, and nothing.
There's nothing.
I'm
You
guessing.
don't. You don't sense.
Not even a trace of where.
Like that. Obviously, you do get a sense. Like you do get a faint sense of his key, but.
It's fake.
It's no enough to establish that he's actually there. It's like like the minus residuum of his key, like the last of the energy before he like shifted or whatever.
So realizing Janice is the only one still awake drinking.
No,
I'm passed out drunk.
Janice drunk. Drank
this is all you hear from me.
Into a slumber.
Just big titties.
He's pissed.
Big old titties too gold.
It's just you know.
On that note, then I don't go back into meditation. Then I then stay awake.
What do you mean big old for titties? What?
You were only. I would say you were about 3 hours into your meditation. So you still need to get that. You still need 1 more hour. Because if you stay awake until morning, you'll take a point of exhaustion.
Okay, well then, near the table where Sojo was last sighted, I sit my ass on the table in hope that he comes back.
You
go back into meditation.
You sit down. You get back into that.
Yeah, but in my meditation, I'm literally trying to pinpoint his key. I'm focusing on the residual energy that he left.
You do eventually as you're sitting there meditating, the tiredness starts to take over. You went an extra couple of hours to make sure that you had fully thingied, and before you could kind of move to like relax yourself and lie down. You've passed out like within like your meditation like pose. Morning rolls round. Dirk, you start to stir your first. You commit your meditation. What do you want to do?
I stand up and just sort of like look around. Obviously, I know that one of the blips disappeared, so that's what I'm looking around to see the area.
Right, so as you commit your sentry mode and know, like as you say, you know that there was something thingy. You look around and you see Joku, and you think he's still meditating, but you get closer to him and you just hear the sleeping, the snoring. You look over it where you last seen Janice. You just see him propped up against the table, bottle,
Big fat titties. Yeah.
bottle and water,
I ain't got no gold.
bottle and one horn, and a half smoked like joint in the ore. Pretty much passed out it.
Is there anything left in the bottle?
Yeah, as you can see, it's about three quarters
No,
of the bottle
just
left.
one mouthful, just enough to get rid of the hangover when I wake up.
Pretty much, aye. About a mouthful left. But as you look over again, you see, think you don't see soju.
Big fat titties. Yeah.
But firstly,
Give me 2 seconds.
okay.
Oh, now who's walking away from the camera?
No, well, he's gone for 2 seconds. I'm getting the tea.
Oh, look who else is walking away. See, it's always them two nibs, man. Every
I know,
time.
right?
You could have been washing your hair right now.
I know, right?
Now you've got to spend the
The
whole
third
evening
time.
in a hat. No,
All my luscious locks.
I know. Just no care about you and your luscious locks.
Yeah. My arse length hair.
The joke is if you were female right now, you'd be the perfect person to play Mirada.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because you fucked off, you fucking pretty much gave him reason and acceptance to fuck off too.
Oh, that's my bad. I had to go and fucking put ice cream back in the freezer because I didn't want it. I said that to my mum.
Can I have it instead?
I was about to say, my mum doesn't give me ice cream. You should fucking count yourself lucky.
I mean, if ice cream's going begging, I'll take it. Like,
Well, you can't. It's not even ice cream anymore. It's just cream by the sounds of it.
No, it was still ice cream, but it's the salted caramel one that way, and I'm not really in the mood.
right. So why is it not in my hand with a spoon?
Because
It's not just any ice cream. It's actually good ice cream, and he still fucking denied it. That is fucking wrong.
no, I didn't.
Do you know how many
deny it. I
Do you know how many starving kids there are in the world, and you're fucking out here denying ice cream? Bang out of order, bruv.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Wanderer returns.
All right.
See what I mean? Our bard he's a real life bard, everyone. Like, he just wanders off mid conversation. He is a real life bard.
You wait, as I say, you've noticed that Sojo is nowhere to be seen.
Yep. Okay. So firstly, because I've seen an opportunity, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to walk over to Janice, take the bottle out of his hand, and pour it directly over his face where his half-smoked joint is hanging out of his mouth, so it soaks it.
No, the joint's in the opposite horn, that way. That he's cuddling.
I place his opposite hand over his mouth and then pour.
So Janice, you get abruptly awoken.
After it's not mine. What
It
in
probably
the
is.
hell?
And did you say Toku was already awake?
No, you found me asleep, but I'm guessing Chronicus just shouting now has literally snapped me out of it. But I'm going to pretend that you've all just woken up and I was totally meditating. Even with the dribble still rolling down my chin.
Dirk did hear it that way, like, as he walked. Like, he thought you were meditating. Then, as I say, he heard as he got close.
No, but I'm going to wake up. When I wake up, I'm going to pretend totally I was meditating. I weren't asleep.
Right.
Not me.
With that, you did get woke up by Janice screaming, but as Dirk already knows, you were asleep. He heard you storm. So, Janice, you've been abruptly
as I wipe my hands, just like Sojo.
So,
you, no,
yeah,
so you, where it is, so As you kind of wipe your eyes,
What?
you that way, and you come up for your your meditate, like you put your head up for that meditation pose. You look around and you into yourself you go, he's not come back. But yes, what's the
So the first thing I've just done. The second thing, upon seeing Clown wake up, well, Joku wake up, I'll just launch some rations at him.
so
And
as Joker's looking a bit kind of hanging still, like went back to that kind of meditation thingy, you just feel a side of your face and into your lap, a portion of rations, a ration pack lands.
and then like
I say thank you.
and then the other two will just, after doing that, the other two will just see me sort of like not frantically but just scanning the area to see if
I
there's
really
any.
see much. There's whiskey
sort of,
in my eyes.
Yeah, there's just scanning the area to see if there's any source of trace of any way of me knowing what happened to him, where he's gone, stuff like that. Because it's just a member of the party's now gone, and me being me, I was like, I need to know.
So as you
I don't think he's come back.
So you see, as you're digging into the rations that you just get hit with. No.
Oh yeah, as I'm eating, I look up and say, "Oh yeah, I saw him leave."
You see Dirk looking about, and
instead of explaining what actually happened, I tell you that, and then I go back to eating. Both of you are like staring at me like,
Okay, black hole.
Yeah. He answered a call on his watch, and I heard talking, and he poof, gone.
So
I tried waiting around. I thought maybe I could sense his key, but gone.
I need a joint. Too bad this one's soaked. I'll have to get one fresh.
As you say that, Clown, that way he senses key, you go, wait a minute, and you try and focus again. But that, the residual energy that was left,
the residual's not even there anymore.
You don't sense Sojo at all anymore.
Hence why I said I don't think he's coming back.
Okay, well, as I say this, I take out a joint from my dry pocket and light it. Wipe the whiskey out of my eyes and say, "Oh man, I must have had such a good dream. How did I end up getting soaked in my own whiskey?"
And as my response to his question is to throw a ration pack at him as well and tell him to eat.
So as you're wiping the whiskey for your eyes, you just see this ration packet scalp you straight in the face and drop to the flare in front of you.
I pick up the rations, I tear it open, and I start chowing down while I have puffs of my joint as, breakfast of champions. And that's it.
But then I asked Joku as well, like, tell me exactly what he saw.
I heard a beeping.
And heard.
I heard a beeping, and as I woke up, I saw the light coming from what was Sojo's wrist, that bracelet that he wore. There was a voice coming from the bracelet. I couldn't hear what he was saying or the bracelet was saying. He then walked over to the corner. I thought he had walked out the door, but when I went to check, the door was still closed and I couldn't feel him, see him, sense him, nothing. I tried to then concentrate on his key, but the longer I concentrated, the less and weaker it got, and I must have fallen asleep.
Call him and tell him it's time to come home.
Maybe.
Well, bollocks. That's garbage, man.
He did seem like he had a lot at stake in this.
And I wouldn't have any knowledge of sort of like any sort of teleportation magic that other races or species or anything could possibly have.
See,
or technology.
you do know of teleportation and that, but
I mean for like Dirk's brain in his current state.
and his current state, you would know that like people do like certain races do have ways of teleportation. As for Sojo's race, not much is known about them at all. Like that way, like even if you were to have like your full computing like computer systems thingy, that way there's no many records of that like his species or what they do like and how they get about.
All right. I just look to the others and just go, well, we shouldn't ponder on this too much. If he's to return, he will. We need to press forward.
And I break the fourth wall and say, "Hey guys, we got a seat open."
No, as we did
Let us know.
say, Sojo Mumbo is welcome back at any point.
Of course he is. But
if,
and hopefully he'll come back.
And even at that as well, if anybody does want to join, just a message and
Let us know.
We can work something in. But right, let's get the story going. What's your plan of action? What you doing?
So because I didn't really get much chance to ask last session because it was like they'd just been in a battle and that, I just asked them like, was there anything back from where they came, like other than the room that they had a battle in?
It was almost eaten, sir.
The bandits actually said that they had been stuck there for a few weeks. They said that they actually opened their doors that they said were locked for the last 3 weeks, but they were sent here too.
And they were starving, and they were going to eat me, sir.
And that is why I told you to take care of your own rations and make sure that you have enough for your journey.
Point taken.
So we don't land ourselves into a situation where we're stuck in a cave and fighting for survival and starving because we have no fucking food. Joku.
Why are you looking at me for?
You're the one with the bottomless hole. I might smoke like a lot of the magic herb, but you eat everything.
I wouldn't say everything. I'm allergic to seafood.
On that, I reached out, pick up what seems to be a weird mushroom growing off the side of the.
I knew I would get the DM asking a question now.
No.
Go.
Did I hear that right? You said you are allergic to seafood.
Yeah.
Right.
What are you looking at right now?
No. Oh boy.
Seafood.
What were you saying, Crank?
I look at him and say, "You won't eat anything." Huh? Okay. I reached out, pick up some like moldy, fucking fungus thing off the side of the wall, and hand it to him.
Make an investigation check.
Me?
Collect guys.
Yep.
He picks up a poison puff mushroom that kills him.
Yeah, you look about and you don't see any mushrooms, or you don't see any moss, nothing. So you see, as you're saying, so you'll no eat it. It doesn't matter.
I'll prove this point to you later. Never mind. I'm a little hungover.
So I came through the top door. They came through the left door.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through the right one together.
Are you going to stay together?
I was almost eaten, sir.
Because you walked off on your own.
Exactly. I am not leaving your side. I am your new sidekick. Call me Dirk Jr.
Well, from now on, based on the trouble that we've had with fucking doors in this cave, you're gonna open them, I'm gonna walk through them.
That sounds like a plan, boss. Okay.
Because I can't seem to break down a fucking door even if I hit it as hard as I can. And you can unlock it with a toothpick.
Chronic pushes the door open.
Do you see anything?
Oh, wait a minute.
Do I see anything?
There is.
No,
Yes.
we can't even have access to the map yet. Come on.
Yeah, it looks to be like a. It looks alright. Here, you go through and check it out. It just looks like a curved chamber that leads into another chamber. Kind of like the shit room we were in earlier.
But what happens if Sojo comes back and we're gone?
Hold on, I'll leave a note.
No,
Right.
don't leave a note just in case we're being followed. If Sojo comes back, if he's got the power, if he's got the ability to know to teleport away and to disappear, he would know how to find us. He knows where we're going. He knows the mission that we're on. He would know.
There
I
are
burned a little-
really,
I burned a little piece of paper with the note on it.
What was that?
So there are really beings in this universe that have that type of power.
You would know. What thinking back, like you would know that. Yeah.
Well, thinking back, I just remind Joku of Smoke. Think about Smoke, what he was capable of.
And not
Yeah,
just
but his
that.
others disappeared.
I met a wizard once.
You think back like that way. You think back to when you were a child, Joku, and what your father could do. Like the first time you've actually thought about your father. In how many years?
Yeah,
No,
I just used the most recent example, which was Smoke.
But again, as Duck says that way you think to a more recent time and what Visor could do as well.
Well, we know him as Smoke.
Aye. What Smoke would do. Could do.
Yeah, but Smoke made others disappear. That was something even I found amazing.
Yeah, but just think if he can make others disappear, he can quite surely make himself disappear. But yeah,
Beyond my hungover thinking. You're right.
do
I
I-
won't leave a
do
note.
I-
I don't
no,
want
I won't.
I don't want any cannibal jackasses following me. I know I got a juicy ass, but that's not exactly what I mean when I tell people that.
I mean you can call it juicy, but we've all seen the back of you.
We did kill them all, Duck.
I just don't want to take the risk.
All right. After you, Metal Man.
I so badly want to use Janice as a human shield as I walk through, but I'm not going to. Yeah, and I'm just going to walk forward into the circular room.
I follow very closely behind him, using him almost as a human shield.
The room.
And
You
I'm
bastard.
still stuck in my own head, as the DM said. For the first time, I've thought about my father since I've been on Earth and stuck up here for a second.
Right.
Hey, Jay, you coming?
Sorry, guys, I'm here.
Dude, what'd you get into my stash or something? You were awful spacey, man.
Just
The
thinking
room.
about someone that I haven't thought about in a long time.
The room.
You want a puff?
Just a circular room. Nothing really special about it. Nothing happens. You see another narrow corridor leading up to the north of that room. That way, another. There's no another door I would say it's just you can see through into that room, but it slants. You can see like the wall kind of slant off to the right.
So the door's already open.
The door, there's no door. There's no door.
Okay.
So this next part that way, I'll say this, like the until you get to, I'll let you know, but for now,
Yeah.
there's no doors.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Fall right behind him.
Oh, that's not the reason.
He's come into this room is weirdly shaped, but what you do notice is this sort of pool. And Joker, you and Janice, as you are looking at this pool, it reminds you of one of the rooms that you's. Wait, did you pass it? Give me a wee second. Did you get into it? Oh. No, he's done it. So, you're looking into this like kind of well. It's like it looks like a well on the floor, but there's something magical about it. You don't know.
The magical shitter. It wipes your ass for you.
And again, the door that was meant to be there isn't actually there.
Can I investigate the pool?
Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay.
Yeah, because we sense that it's magical. So.
Damn.
It's just getting off this magical aura.
Well, guys, it's definitely magical. I don't know. I can just something. I don't know. Can you feel it?
And me being the most naive-ish youngest of the group, go and touch it with my hand.
All
right, young man.
As you touch it, Joker, you are pulled in, and
for fuck's sake.
I look at Dirk, and without even hesitating, I just jump right in.
Teleported to a room that you haven't been in, but he's have been. Oh, wait a minute. You jump in, Janice, leaving Duck alone.
I'm just standing there shaking my head going, for fuck's sake, mate.
You and Joker are pretty much like spat out of this like kind of portal.
Oh God, I hate portals.
No, but if it's a portal, is it a one-way portal?
No, don't do it, don't do it.
And, oh shit, I wasn't meant to move your portal, my bad. And with that, I touch it again.
You go back to where Duck is.
And get thrown out.
Pretty much.
And faceplant on the wall.
No, you don't get flung out that far like that way. So you get shot up and you just get flung out pretty much face.
No, but as I get flung out, Dirk tricks me up and.
No, yeah, you get flung. Flung out of the portal, and as you get flung out of the portal, you pretty much face plant the ground next to Duck.
Yeah, you face plant my fucking stack of cards that I've just started playing. You ruined my game.
As he touches his hand off of it, I shake my head and say, I fucking hate portals, and jump right back in behind him.
You hanging back up to where they are, and you get spat out, and you land,
And land right on top of me,
right on top of Joker.
who hasn't got up yet.
Fuck's sake!
But obviously you'll roll off and you'll.
I roll off and start like holding the wall like I'm gonna puke, but I don't puke this time.
Do any of my cards, due to the force of them hitting the floor, just fly off into the portal?
Nah. Joker
Good.
pretty much lands on like your full
You're
fucking like the cards that you like your solitaire set that you had laid out. Joker lands pretty much firmly on that way. The only and then you've got the rest of the deck in your hand because you were still pretty much setting up. Like
Okay.
And then looking up, I just look up at him and say, "Go fish."
God, I hate portals. Oh.
I just go, what the fuck happened?
That's a portal. It took us back to another part of this cave system.
Alright, well, you're lucky none of my cards touched it. Let's just say that.
We're not going to have to go through that thing again, are we? Because I puked the first time, and I almost puked the second time. I hate portals so much.
No, we're good. I could smell the bandits that we had fought yesterday, so we were closer to them. So I think we went backwards more than forwards.
Well, this might be a good. Mark this on the little map. Cool. I'm guessing you're making a map mentally there, big guy. Mark this thing for if we need to make a hasty exit.
But why would this be here?
A quick way back and forth. I mean, maybe the bandits didn't realize it was a portal. They were too stupid. I mean, look, there's barrels of food here.
you open one,
Like
you open one of the barrels and it is just rocks, like stone, fucking wheat, and rotten, well, and like a few pelts that way, parchment and shit. There's nothing really worthy.
Rotten through the stuff. You know, everything's gone bad because it was supplies that they were supposed to have weeks ago.
No, yeah, like gathering through looking at the rotten fruit. It's been there for like a good couple of months.
I wonder if can I take the rotten fruit?
Yeah, it's pretty much just mush, mate. Like maggots growing at it. Like
Don't tell him
never
that.
mind.
He'll just pick it up and drink it like it's a smoothie. Nasty.
it's no.
So what you're saying is you turn to rum.
If you go to fucking either drink it or eat it,
You're gonna throw up.
You are going to be sick. Like that way, it is going to fuck it. Like it could possibly kill you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
No shit.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, as I just said, I could smell the fight that we had with the bandits, so we were closer to where we had come from than. But this portal takes people fast travel.
All right. Well, Dirk, did you want me to go through to check this door? Oh, wait. Is that a door?
It's not a door.
No, I think that door's already open. We just can't see around the corner.
Shall we?
Alright, well, let's press on.
Is it just me, or have we been in this fucking cave system for weeks?
Feels like that, but he's only been he's only been in it for about a day.
I feel like we've been in here
Well,
for like
this would
2
be
months.
this would be our second day. We came in early afternoon. and we've spent one night.
As he's walking through this part, he's come across an open casket, and in front of you, yes, there is a door.
Is there a body in the casket?
Nah, there's not. It's
Not even
there's-
bones.
No, there's the.
I'm going to point out to
there's
these
just-
two.
there's just
Surely
rat-
there should have been.
That is just bandages. Like the bones have pretty much like deteriorated that much. It's just the
Okay.
bandages that are left.
I was making sure.
Dust and rags.
There's nothing else. There's as I said, there was a door. There's a corridor, and then you've got another like at base. So there's a corridor going up, and then there's a corridor leading forward. But as you're looking through that corridor, yes, it looks wavy nibs, but you can at the end of it, you do see a door.
Alright, guys, what do we do?
I'm going up.
I'm following him.
I've made an executive decision.
As you make your way up, yeah, you come into another room. This time, there is a closed casket there.
And there was nothing in the first one.
No,
Just bones.
Okay.
just
I open up this one.
Rags.
you open it. There's you see a mummified at where you see the bandages that are quite withered and worn. There's not so much as a mummy. This one is more preserved, but you do see like a skeleton. There's a few gold pieces there, and there is like a nice kind of silver sword sitting within the skeleton's grasp.
Okay.
I think
I'll
we
pick
should
them both.
Oh, I was about to say I think we should respect the dead, but
Yeah,
He's not gonna miss it, man.
you get roughly 10 gold pieces and a beautiful silver ornamental sword.
What would I add that in as?
Just make it. It's
Just a custom one, yeah?
just a custom. It's no like it's a nice sword, but as I say, it's more decorative than it would be used for combat. It's blunt. That way, it's like the hilt's heavily jewelled. There's some nice like rubies, sapphires, diamonds, like kind of rune it. The blade, the blade is a nice like silver, but as I say, it's not sharp. It's more, it is more ornamental. Like the this, it looks like it's how would I say it? It's no, it's like a bit.
It's not a Witcher
more-
silver sword.
It's more, instead of being buried with the
Trophy
actual-
sword.
Aye, it's like a replica of the actual like family heirloom sword or whatever. That like hanging by the casket, but
Would the stones in the hilt be actual, like, precious stones, or are they just going to be fakes as well?
no, this like as I say, it's well made. It's like the stones are the gems and that are real, and same as the silver. That way, like the silver would roughly be what I would say amount to, if you were to put it into coins, about 200 silver coins worth.
You know, Dirk,
I was just
with
putting
that sword,
in notes.
if we could pop those jewels out, melt that thing down, and probably make a tidy profit at a fence.
We'll worry about that later. And I'll just throw it in the bag of holding.
Roger that.
And he must have been from royal blood. Just saying, guys. That's a family heirloom.
Well, there's no blood there now.
Either that, or he just comes from a family of money.
Either that, or he comes from a family of thieves that was able to steal something nice from someone else to bury it with somebody who doesn't need it anymore.
Right, should we press forward?
Press on, sir. I'm so out of alcohol.
Right.
I take it that's the door in front of me.
It's a door, yes. How are you doing that? How are you doing it? Are you doing it sneakily, or are you just barging through?
Janice, open it.
Check the door to see if it's locked.
It's not locked.
I open the door.
As you open the door,
I step out the fucking way so the big bull can step through.
Did you see anything?
It looks like there's a really weird dude in there with some crazy armor and a fucked up mask. I'm not touching him.
Okay.
You were too quick. You pretty much pushed the door open, and didn't
Well,
really have
I
time
think
to
there was somebody in there, but you know, I'm not the one who walks through the doors. Remember, I'm just the one who opens them, checks for traps, that kind of thing.
Hey.
You know, the one with the nimble fingers.
The only one with a thief.
I'm just gonna walk in.
You walk in. I need you. Well, I was going to say I need you to roll initiative, but
What? No cutscene?
you've come up upon a. Yeah, fix all this because I'm getting. I just need one of them. I am going to need you to roll initiative.
Roll initiative, huh? Alright.
Dirty 20.
20.
Wait, what?
Jogo 20 and Janice 7. Right, Dirk up first.
Get good, Janice. So as a bonus action, I'm gonna extend my shield, and I'm just gonna walk up to him.
You walk up to him.
And I'm gonna smack him one.
Oh, I thought you were going to give him a kiss the way you walked up to him so seductively.
I was gonna ask him to play cards with me, but
That hits.
God damn! Doug got his hit back.
Man. Hopefully the damage rolls like that.
for
Alright.
15.
How do you want to do
Choo choo!
Sorry,
it? How do you want to do it?
What? Did you just... What? One?
I just sort of, as a swinging motion, I come down through the
I still love you, man. Shut up.
left shoulder and just cleave his whole body in half.
So with that, you set up your shield. As you walk in, you charge forward, spin your axe out, and well, pull your axe to your back, and pretty much in that one fell swoop, just cleave him straight in half before he can even do it.
Upon seeing this,
I
I
just
look
turn
at
around and go,
Joku.
well,
I just look at Joku and say, I don't think you saw what just happened, but I did. Do you want a bag of ball bearings? I don't want them anymore. And walk on in and
I just call back saying it's safe to come through now.
and I go in and stay behind Dirk like he's my protector and God.
And I walk in expecting there still to be a fight and just see blood stain.
In this cultist body lying pretty much clad in half.
I know the baby very well.
I don't know about you, Joku, but I don't want to get on his bad side any more than I already am. As a matter of fact, when we get out of here, if I can, I mean, I think lunch is on me.
Wow. Yeah.
Dirk doesn't eat.
I'm just gonna step over the body and just go to the door.
I follow him because I'm probably the one that's going to have to open the door.
And I'm still looking at this massacre mess from one swoop of an axe, just like that must have been amazing.
Just cleaved.
What
God. Well, is the door closed? Is the door closed?
The door's open.
Okay, well, I guess, Dirk, the door's open, your job's up. Walk on through. See what you can kill on the other side. He's a killer. Queen.
I take a step through the door, then look back and go check his body.
Okay, boss. And on Dirk's orders, I go through the body, the two halves of the body.
I was about to say, I have one question. What part of the body did you want me to check? Because
okay,
both.
Joku, you check I'll take the top.
Do a coin flip. Who wants the legs and who wants the body?
I'll take the body. He'll take the drumsticks.
On the top half, Janice, you find nothing.
Damn.
Other than a pretty cool cultist fucking like goat ram kind of mask. Joker,
okay.
You find 5 gold pieces.
I take the mask off his dead head and I put it on for shits and giggles.
You've got a goat's a cultist mask on.
So can I touch
and as I stand up, he totally freaks me out, and I punch him square in his face by accident. Total reaction.
Just a quick question: did he take the head out of the mask first?
By the smell, yes.
He didn't need to take the heat out of the mask out. He just took the mask off, like the top half of the torso that was left.
Right. Might get the ice cream in the freezer as well.
Dirk, as you step through the door,
No,
you can see that there's quite a heavy door straight in front of you. There's a corridor to your right leading to another door, and then you see a slight offset which you think leads into another kind of door. Just a few steps up for you on your left as well.
For a long time.
Which one do you want me to open first, Bob?
I seeing this, I'd put it to a group vote and say, do you want to carry on exploring, or should we just try and get out of it?
Do we even know what we're
Without
doing?
really answering, I come over to this door and check and see if it's locked.
Technically, we're still doing both. We're trying to get out, but we are technically exploring.
You go to
And with
that
Jonas
door.
going to the door, I just go for fuck's sake.
The door is locked.
Then I'm gonna pick it.
You try and pick it.
Where's that? Where's that?
With the house.
What am I rolling here?
Challenge makes
Fuck's sakes, brain work. Sleight of hand?
After my
Yeah.
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 You
Pretty sure that pops it.
Mm-hmm.
I pop the lock and I open the door.
Of course it pops it, because you can open it with a toothpick, but I can't break it down. With a
Quick,
natural
20.
And I look back at Dirk and I just say, "Nimble fingers, boss. Nimble fingers."
You look into that room
Right.
and it leads to another door straight in front of you, and then there's a door down to the right as well.
I take a
I
step
look at
in
Joku and go, guess we're going this way.
and just get out of the way so the boys can get in
I was
and
about to
have a
say,
look
the last
around.
time I followed him, Dirk, he led me straight
As
into a
you,
trap.
rewind a minute, right?
Okay.
You
We're
come
stopped.
back. You come back, right? You come back there, right?
Yes.
So as you
Hey, I didn't appreciate being touched like that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, no, don't.
He's are he's popped that lock, right? Are you stepping straight on through Chronic?
Yeah, because he can't back up.
Kind of have to, because, like, you know, I'm crowded in here.
If he tries to back up, I'm just going to push him.
Like, I know what's going to happen here, so I'm just going to open the door. And I look back at Dirk and walk through backwards with my fingers up.
As you walk through that door, right? Nothing
Should've.
As I say, no. You see the two doors. You can move forward.
I say to the group, there are two doors in here. There's one just below me and one straight ahead. Like there's one like straight ahead and one just off to the right. And there seems to be, I don't know, there's something, I can't really make out what's to the left of me. It's kind of hazy. Like there's like this darkness there. I don't know if it's a spell or what. Guys, what should I do? I'm scared.
Just back out. Last time we were in a room like that, we got split up.
No, he said back out, Smoke, not black out.
No, I was trying to hang you that, but no, there was no. The
And
room
Chronic
we
fell
just-
into the void.
We'll just head north. Joking me, by the way. Thank you.
Oh no. He's I am not taking up the rear guard.
As you say, on your left, as you make your way
And as he
forward,
says that
there's
to
your
me, I
left.
goose him.
I'm ignoring what's
Okay,
to my
what I
left
said.
and just heading straight to the big door.
Following the big metal man that could, you know, be the difference between me getting eaten. I might have some trauma from the almost getting eaten at right now, so I'm just kind of sticking close to my group. My friends.
I was about to say, you nearly called us friends then.
You are
They are.
You're going to actually try and pop this lock. This is a heavy duty door. That way there's not even bars on this door. It's like a door carved into a rock.
So either we need a magic key or magic fingers. Is that what you're saying?
Jonas, give me one of your lockpicks. I want to go.
Here you go, buddy. Have a turn. Here.
Are you proficient in Thief still?
No. I wanna go.
I do offer to maybe use a Kamehameha to knock it down.
Or you could just let me pick it.
Bearing in mind, we're in a corridor that neither one of you can get past me in.
Alright. Back up.
What do I roll?
Back up. Okay.
It'll be a set hand check.
Alright. He's going for it. He's going for it.
Whee!
There we go.
And he still didn't do it. Watch and tell you.
No, you take his lockpick, and instead of thingy, that way you look at the lockpick, and I don't know, somehow like you manage, but you absorb the lockpick and your like that way your like pointer finger.
First his barbarians and now his lockpicks.
Transport like changes into like
So now he's Inspector Gadget?
into like the shape of a lockpick, and
Don't
Go
let him touch
Gadget
your
lockpick.
you hang it you jam it out. You get the lock, and but you push the door, but it doesn't move.
Maybe there's some magic
Hold the
words that
door.
need to be said with it.
Pushing
Maybe
Push the door, it doesn't work. Hold your door.
Maybe it just hasn't been opened in a long time.
you pull
Boot
the
it.
door. You pull the door.
Yeah.
That way there's nothing to grip onto. Pull it.
What's it made of?
Stone.
It is stone.
Has it got any metal on it?
So you know, like the door to get into Moria, it's very similar to that. It's a stone, solid door.
Okay.
Is there
I
any
hear- I hear-
cards on the door?
What was that?
Did I hear? I heard the lock pop. Yeah.
You heard the lock pop. What was that, Colin?
Are there any inscriptions on the door that we can see?
You don't. There's no like any inscriptions or that. Like the one thing that is like kind of obvious, like that you do kind of notice that on it, like there's in certain angles it looks like there's like like curves. Some that way there's like scuff marks that curve. Like it looks like it does move, but it's
Maybe it needs to be lifted, not pushed.
Janice, back up. Back up. Back up.
Yep. You
Back
do.
up.
You try
Right.
lift it, Big Daddy.
I don't think he's going to try and lift it.
Because I'm pissed off now because I popped the lock and the door didn't open. I've done exactly what Janice did and it pisses me off. I'm just gonna run and just try and break down the door.
That's boss. That's not how you do it.
That's not what I
Shut
told
up.
you to do.
That's not how the
you hit the door and it's not so much as it moves, like, but you don't. It's just like an inch.
Has anybody tried knocking?
No, you know what? You do it. You go and get the door open. I'm pissed.
Alright, I'm gonna inspect the door.
Fuck this door.
I'm just patting
Roll,
Dirk on his shoulder, like
roll
trying
on
to.
roll on
Don't
investigation
touch me.
check, Chronic.
Right, no, go on.
Dirty 20.
20?
So as you look over the door, and you've noticed it has moved out a bit for the gap, but as you're looking, you notice on the right hand side of you a small, what, a brick width that a hand would get into.
You will let me discern
Okay.
to the leaders and gentlemen.
I put my hand in.
They will acknowledge
You
that
put,
they
you
chopped
put your
off.
hand in. You feel like
wet.
a slight nub in the centre of it.
Is it like a button?
Maintain and to assist our church commission.
Feels like a button.
Then I press it like a button.
A hard button. You press it, and you see the door roll back the way and open.
I told you. Now I come down here and I get out of the way. And I look at Dirk and I say, I told you, boss. I open the doors. You go through them and do what's on the other side.
As I walk past him, I just push him. Just carry on walking.
You keep walking.
I come in behind him. I don't know
And
what.
I quickly whisper to Janice, "What happened to the part about not pissing him off anymore?"
It's not my fault he can't open a door.
Enter this room. You see a group of people pretty much chained to the wall. The one at the far back,
We recognise straight away.
you recognise straight away.
Yeah.
I dodge up.
You recognise it for the picture that Asakura Yo showed you. That's Sergeant. That is the real Sergeant.
Yeah.
So they're all chained up.
In what is they're barely conscious, but the other three. But Sergeant looks like he's been there for a while.
Dirk, isn't that the real Sergeant?
I'm gonna inspect it, just in case it's an illusion or a mimic or something crazy.
They're chained to a wall. It's obviously the real.
Well, in that case, I don't have a key for their chains, but I sure got a lockpick, don't I?
I walk over to Sergeant and I ask him how long he's been here.
And I'm gonna pick.
You don't get a reply. He's
only semi-conscious, man. Let's get him out of this chains first. Think either one of you guys can do anything, or should I pop the locks with my magic touch?
Go fuck yourself.
That's when we get back to an inn. Right now, we need to get these guys out of their chains. I mean, this is insane. Look at them here. They're barely alive.
Janice, you're talking to a pissed off barbarian that's been beaten by a fucking door again.
The other three aren't as bad as Sergeant. Like, Sergeant's looks like, as I say, Sergeant looks like he's been there for a good couple of months. The other three look.
Which one is the most conscious?
The other three look like they've been there for about maybe 2 3 weeks. That way,
What-
they're in
Dark
pretty
Elf.
they're in pretty bad shape. They're no at the moment they're unconscious. They are unconscious. It
All right.
there's no
So I
you
told
will not really
Janice
get.
to start unlocking chains and tell Dirk to start ripping chains out of walls.
I start with Sajin. So I got no key, so I guess I'm going to do a sleight of hand check for the chains.
Yeah, if you it's easy enough that way. You bust bust the chains and like you release everybody.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
she's
above table for 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt possibly a pivotal point in the story, but before we get right into it, can I have a couple of minutes to run to the restroom and grab a drink?
Or your ass off.
Thank you.
Wait.
He's going
Did
to
you
give
want
you
me
a
to?
point. He's going to give you a point of exhaustion before you do.
No,
Carry on.
I'm just checking to see how. I'm going to say that way if you all want to go and quickly grab a drink and like go to the toilet and that way we'll. If it's all right with everybody else, that way we're going to take a quick 10-minute
Yeah.
break for everybody.
Not even
That
10
way-
minutes, because it's been like an hour and a half now. And
10-minute break. That way,
Yeah.
everybody
Quick as we all can be.
get a drink, get with the back done, and we'll be right back.
Been 5 minutes.
So before he gets back, because we're obviously above table now, if I was to give Sajin a potion, would that count out of my inventory?
Uh,
And by the way, it was Yo that told it. Yo that told us about Sajin.
yo, no, that's what I mean. Yo, that's what I said. Yo, Ashikora. Right, what was that? What did you say?
If I give Sajin a potion, would it count as my inventory?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and grab a drink away 2 minutes.
I just didn't know whether it worked the same with
No, so if you're
non-playable
giving,
characters.
if you are giving,
And
because they've got nothing on them, if you're going to that way, if you should any healing magic, you can heal them that way. Potions.
yeah, well, we lost the fucking. Oh no, we've still got a healer, haven't we?
Potions do.
No, but I
do
know
help as well, but
Sojo
they will
healed.
come
But
out. Aye.
and Chronic
Potions.
heal. Can you remember if Chronic can heal?
I think he can. I think he's got something, but I can't remember. I'll need to check his character sheet in a second. But
But that would also
potions.
count as a spell slot, wouldn't
Aye.
it? Same as
Yeah.
me giving
Aye.
potion. Yeah. So it's still going to be an advantage.
But
Okay. No. Yeah, go do what you need to do. I'm just asking too many fucking questions as always.
What, am I the only one that had to go for a leak and get a drink?
No,
Mhm.
I went and got a drink. I'm back.
Okay. That was a big leak. What can I say?
Right. So,
All right.
he's have broke chains. That way, he's have got to kind of released everybody there. Sajin, as you know, he's no fit. He's not hanging enough. The other three, they start to come round. They're weak, and he's are hanging. They're like, what are you? You hear what the furthest away one, this one here, and a voice that he's having that way, a voice that he's have heard before, um, which would have been the other Sajin that in Shinji's voice, you hear, who are you? I can't mind how Shinji talks. Fucking that it mimics
That's all right. Neither can I, man.
a mimic, and then the as you're looking at that, as you hear that he's, where the fuck did that come from? That didn't sound like it came hanging for any and well for round about who you were. Uh, then the Dragonborn starts to stuff. Thank you. But how did you get here? We have been here for many many weeks. Is you say the Lord's son okay? Is you see him starting to look around, and his eyes on you say the elf behind you, Janice, that you are kind of helping down. The
I found a hidden button with the
I
door and
I
just opened it
tell
right quick.
I tell the Dragonborn that we've been here for 2 days. We just so happened to come across them by luck. Ask him what brought him here, or was he brought here?
we were we are from Caldera. The north of the town is in ruins, and we so happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And yes,
Neat.
we have been taken here. We were taken here. I don't know who this the other one is. I'm sure I am sure the crow the crow knows who he is, but I don't really associate round the lower parts as much.
Well, you only told us about Sajin. You never told us about any of you.
we, we are we are the protectors of Master Yusei over there, the son of the mayor of the town of Caldera.
Yeah, he's not very talkative right now.
What do you mean? He has always been a fair and wise man.
We were sent to talk to him by Toshigi, and when we got there, we got a very rude welcome. Hence,
He was too busy sitting there with his finger up his ass.
Thought it was 3 fingers and a thumb.
and then also held our friend in some magical beam, which stopped him from moving or talking or anything. Granted, it was quiet for a good 5 minutes, but yeah, the mayor did not want to see anyone.
After the town was attacked, we do not know much. I do not know much about what has changed because we have been tied up here since. We have
Oh,
been
yes.
Well, that's
here
kind of
less-
funny.
We have been
because-
here, we've been here less than did you say Sajin?
So, if you're here, Sergeant, who are we talking to?
Sajin.
We already know this. You already
Sajin
know
is
this.
unresponsive, Janice. Sajin
Because
is completely fucked.
When we had the conversation with Yo about
I was drunk and asleep in the other room.
and I informed you on everything of the conversation the next morning,
I forgot.
telling you that Sajin is not who he says he is, and the real Sajin is in the picture that Yo gave us.
Okay, so is this... So,
This
Janice...
this is the real Sajin that Yo told us is
Okay.
the real one.
That's what I was trying to get at, Joku. That's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to figure that out. I
But
just
I
didn't
think
want to
now
be
the most
as blunt,
important
and I
part-
was trying to maybe get some more information by being a little coy and playing dumb, bud.
So can Lexus and Crow, can you both stand?
I can, but I am partially weak. I should be able to move, but maybe a bit of a rest now that we are not so tied up. I will be able to get some more of my energy back. That's what you hear from Oxus. And like another like a different in this like a similar tone as Shinji is what you would have heard from Shinji when you met him, when he was disguised as Sergeant, but in a higher kind of pitch. How does it go? Ah, yes. I will be fine.
Your young master?
Yusei starts to come round. What is happening?
Looks like you've been unchained, sir.
Thank you. My name is Yusei.
What'd you say?
My name is Yusei. Yusei.
No, not what I said, what you said.
That is my name, Yusei.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I misheard you. Sorry about that. I took a blow to the head earlier.
And you get mad at me when I get names wrong.
Why are you here? Are you here to rescue us? Has my father sent someone to get us?
Well, we're not. We'll let your guardian let you know on how your father is. We've told him everything we know, but no, we weren't sent to rescue you. We just so happened to luckily come across you.
I've just been kind of wandering around here, mildly drunk for a couple of days. Well, I've been mildly drunk anyway.
And upon that,
Loxus fills him in.
That doesn't sound like father at all. Something must be up. It must.
No,
It must.
we
be.
sent magic when we were there. Dark magic. So we don't think your father is your father at the moment.
He's not. What he means
from
is
the
he's not himself.
not from the stories that everyone seems to tell us and the person we met.
I.
He's
Even if it was
become
that.
aloof, withdrawn, hidden from the city. He's either depressed over the loss of you, or the loss of the city, or both, man. We need to get you back.
Oh, he. I know he was. Yeah, my father is a strong kind, but no, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't be mourning over me. He never really took much to me. It was more my brother.
If that's
So
the case, then
my
something
brother,
else is going on.
my brother did pass away a few months ago. He did take that a bit hard and hasn't still quite gotten over it, but he doesn't let that. It doesn't let him affect most of his day,
Maybe
most of his things. But no, that.
either which way, I think that. Do you think you can find your way out of here?
Uh, from what we have heard, there is only one way out, and we
Well,
seem.
we just so happened to find a portal that pretty much takes you back to the start of the cave. And it just so happens we have four. We have four scimitars and four light crossbows. If you would like
As
to,
the as I was going to say, there is only one way out that we have heard of. Once you, if you come in through the front way for what we have heard to be the trials, then the only way out is to push forward. So if
Oh,
you have come in through there, then there is no other way out than going more deeper into the cave, as those stairs and the top of it disappear from what we heard as we were being transported here. Um,
magic stairs.
so yous came down those stairs, yes? Yous are here for the trials.
Yeah, we came
Yous,
down the stairs.
yous are,
well,
is what
we were sent here
is
for a
the all.
meeting. This is the first time we're hearing about the trials, even though I did mention to my team, does this not feel more like a trial?
Well, didn't that person we were talking to, who was looking for fighters, who directed us to this place, say
His
that?
sister is at the end is meant to be
Yeah,
here.
but aren't there tests that we're meant to pass to get to the
No, we read
sister?
no,
You
we read a letter that we found from him that stated there are new people coming for and the trials have been set.
Well, that's it. These are the trials. I guess they didn't bank on us wandering into their prison, and
It was trapped.
well, it's either their prison or a trap for us, one of the two.
So what do you say, Dirk? We bring them along?
Only if they can hold their own. I'm not here to babysit. I've got enough adult Janus around.
Well, according to Yo, Sajan's one of the best fighters and
he's he's Sergeant is in no fit state that way.
I'll give
He
Saja one of my healing potions.
you give him a healing potion. Even at that, he's still too weak. Like that way, he gets a couple of words out to he's like what under his breath, like
God damn it! I wasted a healing potion.
But he's no, like, you do hangy, but that way, like, as I say, he's been there for a good few months. Like, that way, he's weak. Like he's
He needs a beer, a rest, and a bath.
he's going to need a decent bit of rest. That way, like, out of this place. That way, the Crow and Loxus, they go, they bow down. They say, we will carry the other one. As Eustace says, well, I may step forward with you and fight alongside if you don't mind, especially if what I have heard and is true, that my father is under some sort of spell. I think I know who has the control of it, and I will be the one to deal that blow to them.
So
Get the fuck out of here.
I asked Dirk to pass Prince Usai a scimitar.
Our things are being kept just in a room right next door. So I heard that is meant to be a decent armory. So we will head there.
Go.
He stumbles kind of as the other two are. We will follow behind. We will carry Sergeant.
Just don't get caught too far behind. We don't know who's following us.
Is this door locked?
No.
I checked the door.
You say just pretty much. He headed it for that way.
He ran on ahead. Gotcha.
No, it's not that he ran on ahead. He pretty much fucking knew where he's got his own things there that way that he's wanting, because one of the things that was there is his brother's sword that he stole.
We didn't loot this place.
Before that way he stole for his father, because he wanted it. That way his brother was going to give it to him, but because when his brother died, his father kept it and fucking didn't want to hang it. So he stole it, so he's wanting to get it back, didn't want any like that way. So he's pretty much making sure he got his heirloom. The door wasn't locked. It wasn't locked to that. Was, but by the time you get down, he'd already fucking cracked it and went through. As the rest of his join, as he grabs leaves and he says, I'll be waiting here. There's many more things in there. Help yourselves. None of it is worth anything to me.
So I'm gonna check the two chests that are at the top of the room.
Yeah, open the chests, and the one on the left, there's bits of parchment. Let's say 20 gold pieces and a couple of potions of healing. And
the right one.
And the right one, it's just a bunch of clothes, pretty much, like cultist robes and shit like that.
So wait, I've got a cultist mask, and there's cultist robes there?
Nothing really of value. Yes.
No.
Robes. Aye.
Okay, Joku, pass me those robes.
I fling him the first robe that I see on top.
I dust it off and put it on. Now I'm dressed as a cultist.
Once again, he scares me, and I punch him in his face totally by accident.
Okay. I reckon
Jumpy,
it's-
jumpy
I don't
fucker,
know,
aren't you?
okay. Other than that way, there's nothing else in the chest. On the walls, in the barrels, that way there's food, rations, and that way like a pretty like a good, decent bit of supplies, wine and stuff, between the four barrels. And the other two chests,
Dirk, whatever you
the
find, put it in the bag of holding.
again, chronic. One of the chests just like cultist robes and masks, and the other, there's parchment, two potions of healing, and I
I pick up a mask
15
and
gold pieces.
15 gold pieces and a couple of regular healing potions.
Yep.
Also, too, I pick up one of the masks. Sorry about the sirens. There's something passing the house. Gold pieces. How many? 15?
15.
I take my 15 gold pieces and I give them to Dirk and I say, for the fund, sir.
What are you doing, Dirk?
I'm staring at the weapons.
You're looking at the weapons that are on the wall,
But
aren't you?
also,
Yeah,
while he's staring at the weapons and I throw the mask and the cloak to Joku, I tell Joku to put these on. I have an idea. As I'm already dressed as a cultist.
No.
Dirk,
In my mind, my brain goes straight back to the last cultist I saw that Dirk saw in the same room. I'm not doing this.
Dirk, remember, it's us, okay? The plan is we're going to pretend to be cultists and trick the next cultists we see, and then you come in and just demolish them as a surprise attack. Either that or after we get some information out of them. If you don't want to dress up, Joku, I guess I'm the only one that's going to try to go undercover here. Because we need more information about where the fuck we are.
Okay. There's one issue with your plan.
What?
You're going to go in dressed up as a cultist to trick the other cultist into giving you information for me then to run in and kill all the cultists.
Well, I'm going to take off the cultist mask and the cloak. That's going to be your cue to run in. The second I pull off my mask and cloak and say, aha, you run in and mow everyone who's not me down.
But if we were cultists, shouldn't we already know the plan?
exactly.
And they're expecting us to reach the end.
Fuck it. I take off the cultist mask and the cloak and I just throw it in the corner and I say, I thought it was a good plan. I mean, it's a good plan.
There'll be time for dress up.
On the
Any
wall,
axes?
there is a nice great axe.
Is there a scimitar better than what I have?
No.
I'm listening.
You have my attention.
The great axe is a +1 great axe.
Okay, I'm liking what I'm hearing. Carry on.
Does it have any magical abilities?
That's it.
God damn.
It's just
one axe?
It's just there's a because Nibsy's bought pretty much set yours up right that way. Nibsy's had to find things and shit. So this pretty much is the first fucking thing Nibsy's actually getting.
Because Nibsy don't fucking need anything.
It's
He's a thief.
He just leaves one person
it's just
too.
a +1 great axe.
Yeah.
And like next to it, that way, there's a couple of nice looking hand axes. They are just normal hand axes. There's a nice looking
Everything else I just throw in the bag of holding. No, I've got my axe.
There's a nice looking crossbow. And a couple of nice looking swords that that way you with your absorption abilities, that way that for like the healing and that way you would be that would do a decent that would do a regular potion of healing's worth.
Yeah. So 2 hand axes, a crossbow.
Couple of short 2 short swords. There's a rapier and like a couple of daggers. All just normal stuff. That way, the only decent thing that was on the wall was the great axe, really, of value.
No, there weren't even an axe on the wall. No one saw it.
There was another
Okay.
space. There was another space there, but that you figured that would have been the sword that Yusei took. So other than that, there's nothing else really in that armory. That way, he's pretty much cleared it out, other than the chests of.
Your soul is mine.
Yo, Cassilio, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Other than the chests with the clothes and shit, that way there's nothing else much of value. So what's your plans for here now then?
We've looted the chests.
He's looted pretty much everything. The Crow and that have made their way down into this kind of room now. They've got Sergeant in here.
I'm going to absorb my old grey axe.
Okay. We are not discussing anything. We're playing D&D. You absorb your great axe. As you do that, you start to again that way marry your like the armor starts to kind of shine up your arms. Your arms like that way the marry the internal parts like coming up your arms start to kind of get more lighter. Well, no lighter, like your start to go more the natural colour. Like it's still dull. It's not as shite like kind of thingy does your like knuckles and that have kind of become. But yeah, you've with that you gain let's say 2 temporary hit points.
Oh, I wouldn't do it for the health. I just wanted to not put it in the bag, but
no, it's yeah. You've hanging out you've got. It's the only thing I can think of. That way, like, the great axe that you had was a nice great axe. It wasn't a plus anything or that, but you kept it in good condition. It was.
and now no one else can have it.
So what you say? I'll wait until Colin comes back. So what is? Oh no, Chronic's fucked off. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I won't go to say anything.
Hi, Mike from Canmore.
No, extended as well.
Do. So I'm guessing we got a fight coming up.
Sorry, no, I'm actually going to kill people.
Uh,
We'll be right back, folks.
can't believe I've been muted. At least on the YouTube side, I was not muted.
So, how am I going to get you in City?
Because
Right.
that's Smoke's domain. So if you want to know what exactly I was saying and how I was role playing, go check out Dr. Smoke Reaper's and mine and Clown's channel. The new Jokes and Smokes channel.
The new Jokes and Smokes YouTube channel, which we're doing our first live on.
That's right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab a link here now and.
Can I just point something out, Smoke? It's Janice's character. She's getting I don't know. I don't know. I don't like his vibe, because apparently that Jokes and Smokes channel is only your chronicles and clowns.
Yeah, you know what, Nibsy? You're right. I apologize. I apologize to you profusely here on stream, because that's the 4 of our channel. That's all of our channel. As for
his vibe, I don't like his vibe.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. I offer my profuse and humblest apology.
Yeah, you good.
We are
Do you want a hug? I'll give you a hug.
No.
Do you need a hug?
Hug it out later, right? But for now, we are.
You can hug my blade.
We are going to end here. We are sorry for the abrupt end. Things are more important than this at the now. But we will be back next week.
Next week.
Same time. Full length, finishing off this dungeon. We thank everybody for coming in tonight, especially on the new Jokes and Smokes website. I was about to say Jokes and Smokes YouTube channel.
Head on over, drop a follow, hit the like button.
Subscribe. Everyone's links are in the description. My Twitch and my kick, Chronic's Twitch and kick, Nibsy's kick, and Clown's Twitch. You'll find all of us over there most days, playing some sort of games. We will be doing community nights as well. They'll be coming back. But again, guys, much love. Thank you for stopping in. And is it Monday yet?
All right.